Good morning. It has come a time when we need guidance, right? We need what? Guidance. Because sometimes we do things without guidance, and at the end of the day, we mess up, then we try to trace back where we came from. And by the time we are doing that, we already lost. Is it true? So I appreciate the Member of Parliament for organizing such event so that the young people can seek guidance from the professionals, from teachers, and every sector, so that they can be able to define their future in a well-organized trajectory. Thank you. I have a speech which I'll take you through. As you heard, I'm John Opio. I come from Migori. I'm computer forensics expert. That is what I do. That is what keeps me bread and blue band. Because our teachers, when they used to cane us, si walikuwa wanafanya mambo mabaya, lakini by then tulikuwa tunawachukia sana. Anakuchapa na kwambia nataka usome kesho ukunywe chai na mkate umeweka blue band. Sio? Na sasa ndio wakati umefika. Now, as somebody who comes from the field of technology, and we understand how the world has changed when it comes to matters of technology. Nowadays, everything that we do, it revolves around technology. How we communicate, how we interact, how we do our research, how we get books, it is through technology. Are we together? Nowadays, even if you want to send money, you not go walk into the bank, withdraw that cash and take it where it's supposed to be. It is technology which will move that money from your bank to your mobile to the person who is supposed to receive it at the end of the day. It is technology which will make us unite with other students from other schools so that we can have that unified platform for education. So I champion technology as an enabler of everything that we do. The operations, education, healthcare, wherever. All social life is affected by technology. Thank you. Technology is rapidly changing the job market. Will your dream job still be in 10 years' time? What skills are employers currently in 10 years' time? What skills are employers currently on the hand? Everyone seated here, the students, from Floribus, I know everywhere you are now, you have a career dream. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse, you want to be a teacher, you want to be an engineer. But with the emergence of technology, how do you see that career evolve in the next 10 years from now? Technology, with the job market's competitive and ever-evolving arena, determining your career path is more than just following your passions and skills. It's about being adaptive in this digital age and understanding what skills and jobs are in high demand, and which are fast-growing world. You need to be extraordinary and highly skilled so that you can cope up with the latest technological advancements and modifications. You need to be self-motivated, adaptable to the situation for surviving in the cutthroat competition. You need to be self-motivated. You have to be updated with the technological changes to keep your career moving. This is the list you should familiarize yourself with by next year as you go choose your career or the course which you are attending at the university level. You are going to choose a course at the end of the day. And how is this course is going to impact your life and career, develop your career, right? Keeping these things into account, we have to figure out what we need to learn, or at least become adapted with just to keep our careers on track. These are a few points you can take into account when selecting demand skill, so learning and potential. At the end of the day, we need a career which will reward us with finances, right? And so that we can live a good life. Secondly, it must be growing faster than the number of skilled workers so that the job market doesn't get saturated. Now we talk about saturated job market because today, if we go for an application that we need physics or chemistry, we'll have 1,000 of applications. We'll have 1,000 of CVs. But what will make you stand out as an individual among the 100 applicants is the skill which will develop, which will help you be able to market yourself to the job seeker. It must be international and needed all around the world. Now, technology has brought the countries or the nation together as a global village, right? And now, when you are doing a course, it is not that you will only be working in Masaba constituency. We need people to go to USA, we need people to go to America, we need people to go to China. So you become a global brand ambassador to this nation, Kenya. It must be a skill that is able to be picked up without going to school or bootcamp, which makes you pay ton money for a diploma so that you can advance. You look for this particular skill to advance yourself whatever already you have. It must be a skill useful into the future. The skill I want to acquire now, the skill or the career path I want to follow now, how will it be effective in the near future? Will it be needed? Or it will be rendered, it will not exist anymore? Yeah? Taking all the other things into account, you can choose the technological skills needed in today's job market. Choose the correct technical field. Once the training in the job market boost up the skills with a learning platform to enhance your career prospects. Technology, whether you find you embrace every new update or struggle to keep up with the changes, its effect on our day-to-day life is unmistakable. Recent technological developments are vastly changing the way we live, and in particular, the way we work. It is important, therefore, to try not to feel disoriented or uncomfortable with these rapid changes, but instead change your mindset and embrace the opportunity technology brings through focusing on the right skills to increase your employability and succeed in the new tech-savvy work scene. Although the technological innovation offers many new and exciting opportunities and careers, there is also the downside of the careers becoming obsolete, leaving people without a job. This is not recent issue either. We have experienced years of machines replacing muscles powers as the routine autonomous tasks are taken over by the technology. With the internet serving a plethora of information, jobs like the traditional travel agent have been almost wiped out. We have seen an increase in self-service with grocery store checkouts and airport tickets done online. We have also witnessed adaptation issues emerging, such as business growing, but with technology replacing products. With new IT commodities like Netflix, I know all of us because we are in this one, we know Netflix, we know iTunes, we know ebooks. Products are moving from the tangible to the digital at an alarming rate, causing numerous stores to go out of business. Newspapers and magazines are struggling to sell because all these are now being done When you want to read a newspaper, there is no need of you going to the market to buy a newspaper. You will get it from your phone. The document will be there, the newspaper will be there. So the music industry has also taken hit with the amount of illegal piracy that goes on, resulting in dramatic decrease in compact alarms. We knew that we have the artists who used to produce music, and by the time they were producing it on a CD or on a DVD, already some people would have taken advantage of that to do a pirate copy of that to go and sell. And this is their sort. So the technology has come to help protect that. Reinventing the way. Many jobs have not been lost, but reinvented. Although local and business cannot compete with corporate, and these tech-driven strategies, they can offer high-quality product or service. With 20 million monthly active riders, Uber, the transportation mobile app, is just one example of how mobile applications are shaping up the market. The taxi industry, previously without competition, has been forced to improve availability and service. Possible extension. The threat of Uber's accessible ways to get around only to go increase in its popularity. So how can we take these technological advancements and use them to advance our career? Digital literacy may not be enough to impress potential employers. Recruiters are looking for that sweet spot where technology, creativity, and communication combine. It is one thing to be able to work a computer, another to work the room, and it is those who possess both skills that will be the first to receive job offers. In that digital literacy, all of us, we can be able. Maybe there is an application. They want a sweeper, at the same time, they want a secretary. And you will find someone who possesses both. She can be able, or he can be able to sweep, yes, and at the same time, he can do secretarial work. Do you think this employer will go for two individuals or will go for one? He will look for that individual with distinction, character, and skills. Right? Have an entrepreneur mindset. Starting up your own business can be very rewarding, and those with the creativity and finance to run a great idea into business venture are advantaged by the many tools that are now on offer. From easy website builders to the use of social media to get the message out, the key feeling and need in the modern economy through innovation. We as young people, we are very innovative. We are very skillful, and we know the platform media, which the social platform media, which is created, can help us drive these our innovative skills to another level. For those who have finished Form 4, for those who are looking for employment, how can we be able to use this technology to help us stand out among the equals so that we can be identified? Creativity is a skill not yet lost in the business environment, as the machine can only do such. The ability to think outside the box and create interesting concepts and design is still a valued skill. How can you be able to have that creativity skill and stand out? It is also important to build cognitive dexterity, being able to adapt to unique and complicated problems and deal with issues as they arise will always be highly regarded in any business environment. The guys looking for employment or people to employ, they have problems and they need solutions, and they will only go for the people who will give them solutions to the problems they are facing. And how can you become an innovative in that problematic arena so that you can stand out with the solution to cure that particular problem? Many emotive educational skills like counselors and therapists aren't easy to substitute with the technology, and so are still required in the job market. Even just simplifying, having a good sense interpersonal and communication skills are important as machines are not able to connect emotionally as well as human brain. As much as we are inventing technology, there are some jobs we cannot equate, but how can we use that technology to advance and to show? Because the machine cannot interpret the emotion of a person. The machine will not be able to know whether you are happy or you are angry. To do that. Talk about in brief in the next few minutes. I'll be able to discuss that. That point is many employers want to see people who have strong change management that can keep up with the changes happening in the industry. Those that are that quick decision makers who have the right mindset to adapt to the ever-changing work landscape will be highly employable in years to come. Now, boys and girls, we are here today for this noble occasion. Can you come out from your comfort zone to the Form 4 leavers, those who are now joining, those who are in campus? What unique feature do you have so that it can make you stand out? Now, technology is taking over the space. It is called digital transformation. And that's where we are today. And how are we as students, as Form 4s? I know the young boys and girls seated before me are Form 4s or Form 3s. Yeah? At the end of the year, you are going to sit for your exam. Thereafter, you are going to choose a career path. You are going to choose a discipline. You mentioned cyber security. I do programs on that. So now, one of my uncles was an engineer, but electrical engineer. So when I was going through the courses, when I went to mechanical, I saw mechanical in Nigeria, electrical in Nigeria, but telecommunication. So I wanted to get to know what is this telecommunication and information engineering is. Thereafter, I came to learn it was all about how we can communicate. You can transfer data from one point to another. How you can transmit information. I graduated. So when you apply for a job, many people will come with the good CVs, referrals, and now the job market is flooded. We need telecommunication engineer. You'll find thousands of applicants. So with the emergence of technology, I thought, where's the area where I can develop my skills? I saw in this digital space, the cyber space, there is a loophole. The loophole is everybody will be rushing to the digital space. But now, is the data taken to that particular digital space? Is it safe? Is it safe? So for me, I thought, can I do something which will ensure that the data, the information these guys are pushing into this cloud service, into this servers, into this digital space, it will be safe for use. The media platform, somebody I know, the phones, once you are through with the school, you start to use the Facebook accounts, the emails, so you'll be exchanging information. And as you exchange this information, how this information protected? That's where I came and took skills on cyber security, major in computer forensics, so that if somebody's account is hacked, if a financial institution they are hacked and money is lost, can we be able to trace and get these funds back? So I saw a loophole there. I got an opportunity I applied. I went to India. I did it 1 year. Again, came back to South Africa, digital forensics institution, where now I developed more. And you see, that has brought me to stand up. And now, as we look for jobs, because after graduation, we start looking for jobs, how will it be beneficial to you? The skills you have gathered. In we know computer programming. I want to become a computer scientist. I want to become a computer engineer, where I want to program a computer. I'll be telling a computer what to do. And we are going to that digital space whereby instead of telling computer what to do, I'll tell the computer to think like me. If I was invited in this podium today to do a presentation, I'll tell the computer, now I'm going to, it is what, the constituencies, there is a career expo there. I want to go and do a presentation. And that takes us to something called artificial intelligence. This is where now technology is replacing the human capacity in the job market so that the machine can be able to do. And will you copy that? What skills will be required? Because you must have creative mind to identify yourself, to create a system which you can sell to this organization so that they can be able to move with it. So with it, you'll just be relaxing, but that machine you have created, that robot you have created, has been taken to hospital, then can do diagnostics, and you are a doctor, and you receive the reports where you are seated, that today had this patient, these were the medical results, and this is how I need to discharge how I need to, the medication required to help this particular patient. If I'm a teacher, now the 844 is phased out. We have the CDC. CDO, that is what we have. And if you are planning to become a teacher, what are the skills will be required to drive the CDC as a course, as a training module? Will I be required to use computer? Will I be required to be creative? And by the way, our walimu, they are very creative. You know, teaching, I don't know, it is a gift. Ni Mungu tu. Because mwalimu unampatia syllabus saa hivi, within 20 minutes ametengeneza na anaingia class. Na mwanafunzi anauliza swali pale na anauliza. Na kitu ndiye amepewa. Sasa CDC alikuja logo ni nini? Even the training college sio kitu haikuwa, sio? But now it is here with us. So how do we cope with the technological trend so that we can be at par in the job market? Are we together? Students, are we together? Are we together? I don't hear that yes. Are we together? Yes. Are we together? Yes. For believers and those who are in institutions, are we together? Are we together? Huh? Yes. So now, that is what we need as young people. We need to aspire, we need to inspire so that we can tell you what to do at the right thing, so that when you come out, we don't see ourselves that there are no job opportunities, but we can create job opportunities within ourselves because we have that creative mind. What we only need is the space. And I know the MPs here, the annual member of parliament, we want them, when they go there to the parliament, they talk to the government how they can be able to create digital space. Because the government, the current government, they talked about having digital highway. How can we convert this digital highway to a transformative agenda to this young generation seated here today? So that in the next future, we can be great men and women who can be able to come up with projects, plans, design systems, which can help change or turn around this our country. Thank you very much, and I know we shall continue to interact as long as this session is on. Thank you.
Wow, mpigie makofi mazuri jamani. that was such a great presentation. And our brother came all the way from Cape Town in South Africa just to have this meeting with us. And he has really inspired us because in the current world you must be tech savvy. That is the way for the future. If you cannot embrace technology, then you are done. And I know that amongst the audience, the high school students, you have those who want to go and do computer science, and now at least you have gathered some nuggets on how you're going to do your selections, and you have indeed seen that even in the space of computer science, there are gaps you can tap and become such a unique student. And those also apply to the universities and tertiary institutions. Please ensure that for those who want to do computer science, now you do it with all your heart and your mind. Atakapojenga na kompyuta jameni, ukipata pale still you can learn and you can learn and you can be better. And that's what Mr. John here has done. Now we have been joined by the area MCA for Masimba Ward, and he's just popped in. He wants to say hello and move to another destination. Then immediately after that, we are going to have our first panel discussion. And our panelists are ready with us here. We'll give a how we're going to go about it. And then we'll also recognize our guests, the guests who have joined us. So at this juncture, permit me to welcome a representative to the office of the Member of Parliament, Mr. Nyakenyanya, to welcome our member of MCA.
Okay, shukran sana. Habari zenu tena. You guys, why do you look tired? Walimu, klasi ikiwa namna hii inakuwa namna gani? Okay, asante sana kwa wakati huu tumempata mwakilishi wa ward ya Masimba. This is the first ward where we are today. Honorable Boss Mairura is here. He's the third MCA in the county government of Kisii. So we welcome you just because you'll be moving out to a number of events which are lined up for today. So we will take a moment and the crowd to welcome one Boss Mairura to the meeting in your day. Boss Mairura. Thank you.
Haya, guest of honor, wanafunzi watukufu, wazazi na watu wangu itoka sipipi nyamure. Ya tusalimiane kwa mimi naona mmekasirika kwa nini? Hamjakunywa chai? Bado. I know when I was a student around 10 years ago, around 13 years ago, wakati nilikuwa natoka shule, kienda a function that is not related to masomo kidogo, nilikuwa nafurahia sana. Sasa at one time sasa unaona umeepa class kidogo, you want to go out and the atmosphere there. Lakini naona nyinyi wa 2023 mko tofauti kidogo. Nyinyi mko hapa na mmekasika kidogo. Sasa nilikuwa nashindwa kwani ingeenda ikabadilika. So bila kwenda mengi, I am very much honored to be here today. Vile nimeambiwa, my name is Boss Mairura. I am the area MC Masimba Ward. So nataka pia niwakaribishe Masimba. Nione wale wanatoka Masimba Ward, walikuwa nione watu wa Masimba. Wenyeji wanakaa wachache. Wenyeji tena wanakaa wachache. Ilikuwa na mazishi na another function ya tamasha, nikasikia wanafunzi waka hapa, nikasema wacha nikuje niwasalimie. This is a very good program, and whoever come up with it, we must appreciate, because during our time we need to have such people who can guide us correctly on what we need to do after finishing your Form 4. And this process, it should start when maybe you are in Form 3, Form 4, so that when you go ahead, you should be knowing that once I go to campus or college, I'm going to do this and that, so that you prepare. But now, currently, the job market is very much flooded, and that's why the Kenya Kwanza government, led by President His Excellency William Ruto, take us to university. Ni ukweli hapo wote, sio wote wanapata ile cheti na tekani. In my year 2010, when I did Form 4, we were only 17 out of 2 people who sat for that exam. So you can imagine, unaweza jidharau. Sasa mimi sijaenda university, which is not the case. The people who make a lot of money out here and who have a decent life are people with skills. Go do that engineering course, the one the guy was talking about here. Go do that plumbing course if you are not able to do, you want to university to be a teacher. And nowadays, engineer, you need to tell our students that the job market is so open. You can train as a teacher, but tomorrow you are working as a banker. The job market is not that much restricted. I was trained as a teacher, but I've never worked as a teacher. That's the one thing about it. Because I graduated in 2015, but I joined politics in 2017. I lost. I came back, wakanionea huruma, wakanipea kitu. Lakini before that, I used to work as something totally different. I did work as corporate communication department in the Oxfam. I worked with other firms, but purely to do with matters of communication. I never go to class to teach, but as I am a trained teacher, and that's the fun part of it. So I'm trying to encourage my young brothers and sisters that the job market is open. Make sure at least you have something on table. Go train on something. And the campus life and college life is a bit tricky. Never do something bad that you have never done, but always do something good that you have never done. That makes sense. Kama hujawahi kunywa pombe, usiende huko uanze kunywa. Niliona Keva kunywa. Na mimi nikasema wacha nionje. Unajua mama nikapata hivyo nimekunywa. Nao kunywa nasikia kama mwili unatetemeka. Huyo maneno muache. You be a good student for those who are training. That's very important. And wale wetu wanatoka Masimba nikimalizia, because I didn't have much of I was not in the program, just by Jack. Wale wanatoka Masimba, I said we must support the patient as much as we can. When I was going to campus, I didn't have money to go to campus. Babangu na mamangu walipanga mchango, kutafuta transport, kutafuta pesa ya shopping, ndio nikaweza kupata pesa ya kwenda university. So when God has given me an opportunity to serve people, kama kupata kitu kidogo, kiunda shilingi 10, mimi nasemanga 6 ni wananchi wanakula. Ndio maana nimesema wale wanaenda university separately. You come and register there in my office, ama Ramasha, I will look for 2,000 shillings each to facilitate your transportation to university where you are going. Hiyo program miaka yote nikiwa hii duniani. Na ile nilianza ya class 8 haijawahi kuama. Wale watoto wanafanya class 8 na kufanyia shopping. Wale wanapata maximum 3 mpaka. Sasa wa university pia iko na mpaka. We also are happy to announce that the Kenya government has promised to bring digital hubs in every ward in this country. So nilisikia unaongea mambo ya IT kidogo. You can tell them what the power of the computer is a very small thing, but a very serious thing. With internet, you can do a lot of stuff. Even if you want to side hustle, we have affiliate marketing, you can sell some stuff online, you can work for some serious companies. So that digital hub that will be brought here by the government, I know it has idea way, because that is a very good program ambayo itatusaidia. And then another friend of mine told me, mnataka sijui career books, career guidance books. So you want to give all these people career guidance books? I just don't understand, so that I can know how to start it. About that was mimi kuniambia nione nitasaidia duniani. Lakini kwa hayo mengi na machache ninawaambia mema na Mungu awabariki sana. Thank you.
Just a minute here. We come from the same area. Mimi nilikuwa na advantage ya kuona kwa kuna mheshimiwa akiwa mchanga. And hii leo tunaona hapa mheshimiwa ameng'ara kwa sawa sawa. He came from a very, very humble background up there. Na alipoenda pale Egerton, alipoenda pale Laikipia, mheshimiwa pengine hakuwa na nguo ya kuvaa. akasaidiwa na rafiki mmoja ama wawili, lakini yeye alikuwa nayo akenikiwa bado iko na ina band. And mheshimiwa became a student leader. And while he was a student leader, I'm pretty sure you must have observed that people normally make wrong career choices. Wakifika pale inakuwa ngumu kidogo, wengine wanatoka out of school, wengine wanachanganyikiwa. And your office to try to bring this to normalcy. And that's why mheshimiwa we have organized this career exposition and a public summit so that you can guide them accordingly. Now mheshimiwa, you are requesting, we have two schools here, those career guidance books. If you can get school 1, how many have
24 presented by 7
300?
Yes, I'll buy around 10.
Yes.
Not 10,
20 books. Wow, kile makofi. Asante sana mheshimiwa kwa kipindi sana. Yes.
Mheshimiwa ambapo anaondoka, asante sana kuweza kuja hapa. Thank you. Tunaweza endelea with the program. Thank you mheshimiwa.
Jamani, mkimaliza kucheka mwanza sema hi. Now we are moving to our very first program. We are going to have our first panel discussion. And we are going to have our very first panel discussion, building a strong foundation for career success. In this panel, we are going to have our moderator, Shaila Opero Peruko, who's a student of statistics, Kisii University, and Mr. Dixon Mangono, who's the Deputy President of Kisii Youth Movement. Our panelists will be Dr. Abraham Osoko Nyakibogo, the Chair for Department of Mathematics and Natural Science in Kisii University. He will be taking us through mathematics, the balancing act in careers in the 21st century and beyond. We'll be having, I don't know whether Principal Marceline Kwamboka Ogechi has arrived. Principal Marceline, she has not arrived yet. We'll be having Dr. James Ontieri, who's a senior lecturer of Kiswahili at Rongo University. We'll be talking about soft skills and personal development for career growth. I bet you understand that she's supposed to rush somewhere, so we'll be our very first panelist. Then we also have Angelique Nyakundi, and she is a course representative. She'll be talking about choosing the right course and institution for your career aspirations. Kwa hivyo wale ambao mnachagua careers, I know you are taking applications, na wengine mmechanganywa kidogo, umepata some computer package expert huko kwa cyber, wamewaambia mambo wanaelewa vizuri, wamekumisguide kwa njia moja ama nyingine. Naomba tafadhali, wakati Angela Nyakundi atakuwa anaongea, msikize na msikize kwa makini, usije ukafanye kosa ambalo utaliregret in the near future. So I kindly request by the way, Daktari, karibu. I just want you to get into the first panel. I've been made to understand that we have representatives here from Jomo Kenyatta University, JKUAT, and they're led by Daktari there. I'm so proud to see you. And I wanted to hijack you because there is one speaker hapa hajafika na alikuwa aongelelee alikuwa aongelee personal branding. Na daktari, nimekuwa na wewe na hiyo ni kitu umekuwa ukifanya. So you take over that, you know, that speaker, so that you also be included in the first panel discussion. So our panel is kindly tutakuja vikiza mbele, the other speakers kwenye nyuma, so that we can begin almost immediately. The panelists.
Thank you, brother. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I'm Dixon Mangongo. I'm one of the members of the Busi Youth Movement. I happen to be the deputy president of the organization. I'm going to be your panelist for this session, alongside my sister. Sister, you can introduce yourself.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Sheila Kedubu, and I'm going to be the moderator in this first section. So let's have the desire to learn, let's listen keenly, and you can take notes, and then later afterwards you can have a moment to ask your questions to the speakers. Can you observe time? You can use a maximum of 7 minutes to make your presentation. Thank you. Back to my moderator.
Yes, we are going to start with our fourth session. Our speaker, Dr. James Oskerio, as introduced, is one of the senior lecturers in Rongo University. He's going to take us through the soft skills and personal development for career growth. So we are going to give him 6 minutes to introduce himself and make a presentation. Then thereafter, if you have a question, you will ask, then we shall move to the next speaker. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, the presenters, the convener, Kevin Hon.Dr, our chief guests, and my colleagues, wanafunzi, and also completed Form 4, walimu wakuu na walimu wote. Hamjambo? Hamjambo? Naona wanafunzi wasioinua mkono pale. Hamjambo? Basi mimi nitasema machache, na itakuwa mara ya kwanza kabisa katika maisha yangu kuzungumza kwa muda mfupi hivyo. Nitajaribu sana, sababu sisi kwa kawaida katika chuo kikuu tunafundisha kwa saa moja kama ni kidogo, ama unaunganisha zinakuwa saa 3. Kwa hivyo leo nitazungumza kwa muda mfupi sana. Nafasi nzuri, nitazungumzia mambo mawili. Jambo la kwanza attitude, na jambo la pili character. Nikimaliza hayo, kama kutakuwa na maswali tutayajibu, kisha nikimbie mahali pengine. Kwa hivyo jambo la kwanza kabisa, tunapoongea juu ya attitude, I know what attitude is, but this is how we define it: a certain way of thinking about something. And you, the students, we the speakers, all of us have got something that we can think about. For the students, you think about your teachers, umeona mwalimu fulani, hata unakasirika. You think about subjects, isikia mathematics, unaanza kuwa mgonjwa. You have your dormitories, you have your classrooms, and many other things. So the way you think about those things is what we call attitude. And when we talk about attitude, it comes from our experience and our upbringing, namna ambavyo tunalelewa. Kwa hiyo unapata kwamba unaanza kuwa na mielekeo fulani kutokana na yale unayoyapitia katika maisha yako. But the beauty is, as much as your attitude is enduring, inaweza kukaa kwa muda mrefu, bado unaweza kuibadilisha. Kwa hivyo leo tunapozungumzia mambo ya mielekeo hapa kwa wanafunzi, mielekeo ni aina tatu. We have a positive, and these ones walimu tutasaidiana. You will only know that your students have got positive attitude kwa kuangalia mambo matatu ama mambo matatu kati ya mambo mengi. Confidence. If your students have confidence, this one has a positive attitude. If somebody is optimistic, nani anaona kwamba kesho ina mambo mazuri, basi huyo mtu ako na positive attitude. Kuna watu wengine akiona jambo lolote anaona giza, kwa hivyo huyo mambo yake ni tofauti. Negative attitude, hatred. Unapata watoto hata hawa ambao wamemaliza form 4, unapata mtu ako na chuki na wengine, that is very negative. Resentment, unaambiwa tufanye hivi, you resent, that is very negative. When you doubt, when you are doubting, everything that you are told, you are doubting, that is negative. Then we have neutral attitude. This one you will only see wakati ambapo mtu anaonekana yuko indifferent. Somebody who is indifferent, somebody type from others. I taught a student one time in Kamombo in Nandi, karibu Kapsabet. Na wanafunzi, kuna mmoja, na nataka wanafunzi msikilize hili. Kuna mwanafunzi mmoja hapo anatembea na wanafunzi wengine, mpaka wengine wakambalika jina, huyo ni mzee mmoja. Kwamba mmemwona mzee mmoja, yaani mzee mmoja kwa maana kwamba hawezi wakati wowote hawezi kutembea na wenzake. Now, I do not want to go into the depth of attitude. I want to give very few examples of people with positive attitude, and it has taken those people to places. Number one is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela in history, when you read politics, you will find that Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa. Na mwengi wa heshima anajua, sababu Cape Town is in South Africa. Why did he become the president? It's because of the very positive attitude. Alipotoka gerezani baada ya kufungwa kwa miaka 27, alisimama nje ya jela akasema, sitaki kuendelea kuwa mfungwa kama vile nimekuwa mfungwa kwa miaka 27, lazima niwasamehe hawa ambao walinifunga. That is why with the positive attitude he became the first black president. Look at Obama. Barack Obama. He just said, yes, we can. That is very positive statement. Look at Mother Teresa of Calcutta. Anaenda kuomba chakula ili apelekee watoto wale maskini. Anatemewa mate. Anamwambia huyo tajiri, haya mate ulionitemea ni ya kwangu. Sasa nipe chakula cha kuwapelekea wale maskini. That is very positive attitude. Look at Ben Carson. Again, who could not understand any mathematics at all. He was getting E in mathematics. But because of attitude, Ben Carson comes up in mathematics, becomes a renowned neurosurgeon at Johns Hopkins Hospital in the USA because of attitude. So, positive attitude for the students, positive attitude for those who are progressing in the university is the key thing. I want to speak a little. I know the moderator is about to tell me something. I want to speak a little about character. Tabia. Mimi ni mwalimu wa Kiswahili kama PA. Mimi ni mwalimu wa Kiswahili. Character tunasema tabia. Tabia ni kama ngozi, ni kama ngozi inaandamana na mtu katika maisha yake. I want to say that character is one of the attributes or features that make up and distinguish an individual. Ukitaka kujua huyu ni nani, kile ambacho kinamtofautisha na mtu mwingine, that is the character of that person. And when we talk about character, our character is what we do when we think no one is looking at us, no one is seeing us. Walimu wakuu na walimu mlio hapa, hao wanafunzi na hata sisi wenyewe parents, sisi ambao tuko upande huu, tabia yetu ni kile tunafanya wakati tunajua kwamba hakuna mtu anatuona. That is the true character. Sasa ukipata kwa wanafunzi wanaenda chooni, kwa mfano ashakumsema tu sijui mwalimu wa Kiswahili, halafu wanaandika mambo mengi kuhusu walimu wao, ile ambayo tulikuwa tunasema inaitwa fasihi ya chooni, fasihi ya chooni. Mnawatusi walimu wenu ambao hawaendi katika vio hivyo. Sasa hawajui vile kama mmeandika hivyo. Sasa hayo ambayo mnafanya mnapokuwa hapo, hiyo ndio tabia yako. Kama wewe kazi yako ni kuandika fasihi ya chooni, wewe andika tu. Kuna fasihi nyingine andishi na simulizi ambayo hujui na upiti mtihani kupitia kwa fasihi ya chooni. Huwezi kupita kwa sababu ile haitailiwi katika mtihani wowote. True character is not worried about being popular. When you have a good character as a student, you don't need to be popular. Hakuna haja, you don't need to be popular. People will despise you, but your character will speak for you. Very finally, we say that character is inherited. One builds it daily by the way one is, acts, thought by thought, action by action. That's by Helen Berry says that your character huwezi kuitoa kwa mwalimu wako, huwezi kuitoa kwa wazazi wako, utaijenga wewe mwenyewe unaposonga mbele. Kwa hivyo nataka kuifikishia hapo kwa kusema hivi, kauli yangu ya mwisho: let us all develop positive attitude and be people of character in our lives. That is how you as the young people can grow and become people. Kama huyu mwenzetu mgeni wa heshima. Kama mnataka kumfanana, attitude and character. That is where I stop, and if there are any queries, nakimbia matangani. Jamani, mimi sio mheshimiwa, lakini pia leo mimi naenda matangani. Waheshimiwa wanaenda Friday, hata mimi leo naenda matangani. Kwa hivyo nitakimbia matangani. Kwa hivyo nataka kushukuru sana. Mungu atubariki sote. Na mwisho kabisa, as you stand, nataka kushukuru kwa ajili ya kikao kama hiki. Mara ya mwisho nilipoketi hapa, wala hawajui, niliketi kama chair wa board Ogwoka Secondary, nikifundishwa mambo namna ya Quran the school as a board chairman. Leo niko upande huu. Hata hii mambo yanabadilika. Siku nyingine utakuja kuketi pande hii ukiambia wengine, if your attitude and character are formed well. Thank you very much.
Let's appreciate Dr. Thank you for that short and sweet presentation. Those are the soft skills that you need for a soft landing in your career. Because Dr. is moving out for a function, maybe if you have a question on what he just presented, then you can we can have 1, 2, then we move to the next panelist. Any question? Any question? Yes.
Okay. David on Twitter, and okay, I have a question. The which says that he has said, sir, the doctor has said that attitude, doubt, it is a negative attitude. But in my case, I can say that doubt is in form of suspense, like you are giving some assessments, because doubt, like let's say for example, when someone just comes and says to you that you stole something or you committed a crime, but you did not. You are inside, you are doubting that this person, whatever is saying, he or she is saying, is wrong. So that is, it is not, I don't know, but we can still elaborate more and more so that I can get to understand doubting. If it is in form of negative attitude or it is just a state of being in suspense. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for adding muscles on that. Then Dr. will clarify that. Another question? Maybe the last one on this section.
Okay, I have a question. Let's say you are seated with a member or a classmate who has a negative attitude. Now, how can you be able to eradicate the negativity in that person? Thank you.
Yes, thank you for that. We shall give Dr. 1.5 minutes to clarify.
Thank you. Hii inachomoka, I think it has its own attitude also. Shika hivi. Now, about doubt, there is nothing that we cast on stone. You can have your own thinking, but even biblically, doubt, what did Jesus say about doubt? It was negative that time, unless you want to change it. Namkumbuka Tomaso. Tomaso alitaka kushuku sana, alikataa. He doubted that Jesus indeed rose from the dead. What did Jesus say? Hey, wale wanaoamini bila kuona. Hiyo ndio kauli ambayo ningependa pengine kujihusisha nayo. But you also have your way of thinking, and I don't want to dispute. I want to say it's an open discussion. Maybe if it's something negative that you are doubting, that will be positive on your side. But if you are doubting what other people are believing and these people are right, then that one becomes negative. I want us to moderate like that. Then finally, on wale ambao wananielekea hasi in class 3, how do you change it? You change it by showing them the right direction. If somebody is seated next to you and does not love mathematics, is very negative about mathematics, and you like mathematics, muonyeshe upendo wewe kama mwanafunzi mwenzake, muonyeshe sababu itamsaidia. Akikubali, basi itaenda pamoja. Asipokubali, basi huyo ni mtu wa mataifa. Hata Biblia inasema ukimshauri mtu na akatae, huyo anabaki kwa mtu wa mataifa. Akikusikiliza utakuwa mwokoa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daktari, for that. Can we appreciate Daktari? Yes, I want to welcome our sister, who is the Director, Women and Children Affairs, Gusi Youth Movement, to introduce another panelist.
Hello. Okay, so at this juncture, I'm going to introduce, and I'm really humble to introduce my COD back in campus, Dr. Abraham Osogo, who is the Chair, Department of Mathematics and Actuarial Science at his university. Is going to discuss about the balancing act in careers in the 21st century and beyond. Be keen, and remember, this is not a lecture, it's a discussion. It's an open discussion. Afterwards, you'll be able to ask questions. Thank you.
Thank you, my students. Good morning. How are you? 6 minutes cannot solve one sum on the board. But teachers, you can agree with me. I want to say this. Just tune in that mind called the math FM, huh? Or maybe perpendicularly. Think about an area of life and you see mathematics. Somebody said this. A mathematical background gives you the chance to move in all kinds of directions. As you were coming in this morning, I was privileged to be here early. I saw our students and their teachers flowing in, either sequentially or in masses. Did you know that's mathematics? Or in masses? Did you know that's mathematics? Back in school, as you go for lunch. Back in school, as you go for lunch. If your school uses the queuing system, do you know that that's mathematics? Sequentially. Now, why do you think we need math? In class, you are to work out a math problem in groups. You are not only working that problem systematically, but you are also developing the social skills, the way you are going to live with others in society. Mathematics, the balancing act in careers in the 21st century. After teaching mathematics in secondary school for 20 years, I moved to Technical Institute in Homa Bay County, called Mawego Technical Institute. And I realized one thing. There is no course that you can enroll in that doesn't have one of the requirements or one of the courses being math. Those students who did not like math in secondary found themselves, they must do math. When you come to university, whether you take a course related to math or not, one of the requirements is you are going to see our faces in class teaching you math. So what is the solution? You have to decide now, for those who are still in secondary, that you need to sit and do the what? The math. How do you do it? Just tune in the math FM and you'll be able to do this thing. So why do we need math in this 21st century? Math develops the following skills. One, it paves the way for critical and creative thinking. I wish I had time I could elaborate on that. Two, math enhances the problem-solving ability. Math enhances the problem-solving ability. Why again math? The math introduces our students to the current STEM concept in full: science, technology, engineering, and math. You cannot do any of those without math as the base. Now, when I was looking at the careers, I realized there's no career you can go to and you don't require math. Even at home, you need to apply some math. And how do you apply it? That problem in the family can be modeled into a mathematical problem. For example, my dear students, just write this question down. The question: x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. I want to give the simplest. X squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Kindly give me the roots, the solution. Hey, give me the roots. X is either x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Yes. The two root kind is standard. X is either 2 or 3. So I good attempts. X squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. X is either negative 2 or negative 3. Positive. X squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. X is either negative 2 or negative. That's one. Let's take another one. Okay. Suppose you are modeling a problem in the family and you found that it is the form of the equation x squared plus 6 plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Then the solution you are getting is either negative 2 or negative 3. Because you are modeling a problem, you want to come up with a positive solution, the positive attitude one of our panelists was talking about. What do? You ignore the negative. Students, are we together? Ignore the negative. You are married a wife who does not know how to cook proper ugali. Ignore. That is mathematics. Or teach the wife how to do the mathematics. Our guest of honor talked about where the one is currently. Where we have machines taking over the work being done by human beings. Those machines are working using algorithms developed mathematically, using the vectors, using the calculus, and other mathematics concepts. They are based on mathematics. I wish I had more time, but I want to say, for you to survive in the 21st century, you cannot avoid mathematics. Whether in the social background, in the world of work. Why? In the employment sector, right now, we don't want people who know how to multiply times 5. No, the machine can do that. We want people who can look at the problem, think critically, and come up with a problem-solving approach so that the business or the company or organization can move ahead. Thank you. I've just tickled your mind so that you can maybe ask 1 or 2 questions. It was a very short time. That's why I did that.
Thank you, Dr. Abraham. There's this perception, before I say the perception, kindly next time, students, remember to carry your note. Okay, there's this perception that it's hard, math is never hard. Actually, we've been told it's about attitude, and it all begins with your mindset. As a man thinketh, he becomes. So, thank you, and I welcome my brother to welcome the next speaker. What will you do?
Any question on mathematics, we can ask later, so that we can answer one as we go ahead. Thank you, sir. At this point, allow me to introduce our next panelist, who is going to take us through the personal branding. So personal branding, after you have taken your career, how do you brand yourself to feature in the market? Our guest, tunastima endelea. Acha tumkaribishe Daktari Okibo so that he can speak on this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know when I'm going to be audible enough. Walinipea tuliumwa tuwili asubuhi, sijui kama nitaweza, nitaniruhusu tu nitembea hapo katikati. Habari zenu nyote. Good morning this afternoon. Am I audible up to the other end? Yeah, we have to invent ways of doing things when nothing is zero. So I believe now I'm audible to each and everyone. I'm trying to spread my voice a little bit so that each and everyone will get something. As you've heard, my name is Dr. Walter in Canada. I work as a senior lecturer at Global University, and we have a branch here in DC. That is where I'm based. Besides that, I formerly worked with the former government in DC as the minister in charge of different departments, and probably we might have met with some of you in different forums. But again, besides that, I am a professional mediator. That one does not really matter so much. Next, I am a mental wellness champion for civil servants and organizations, including schools. So kama kuna shida ya ugonjwa wa akili, ninasaidia kidogo. And we don't pay. Kuna mmoja unaona hapa kuna hii. Okay. According to statistics, where there are four people, at least one is suffering from mental wellness challenge. So come on, that is not the topic of the day. Lastly, in my introduction, Okibo is a poetry champion. My boys in Boys in Yeah, I'm not against the culture. We appreciate the initiatives and the activities that are taking place to rehabilitate and help the culture to be empowered just like the boy child is empowered. But my only concern is the boy child also should be empowered to handle the empowered girl child. So ladies, don't feel bad. Now, I'm sorry I was here at the topic and I'm trying to see as I said, I was told to talk about branding, isn't it? When you pass here, branding. As many years, because I've been in the university for almost 20 years, one thing that I always tell young growing boys and girls is that sisi zote tunakaa kama mbwasheza kwa market mwenye anakuja atachukua the best aje zingine hapa. Tunasikizana ndugu zangu. I get my point. Sisi zote ni kama mbwasheza hizi. Kama ni shule tunaye. So you have to start different. You have to start distinct so that you can be selected to be the best among the rest. So for you to brand yourself, you must.
Voice call from C12 on Similicious.
3 ways. I don't want to tell so many things because I have
incoming voice call from C12 on Similicious.
3 ways. Number 1.
Incoming voice call from C12 on.
As you grow up and as you aspire to be wherever you want to be, make sure discipline is number 1. The rest of the things can come later. And if you don't have discipline, all the bad things that you're doing will end up following you. Get my point right? Discipline should be number 1. For you to be distinct, as I said, from the rest, you must have an extraordinary discipline that distincts you from the rest of your colleagues at school, at work, at home, at every place. And that is the only way that the rest of the people will see you different and pick you from among them.
Incoming voice call.
Why do I say so? When I was in school, in primary I was in a class of 68
Incoming voice call from 0720-281-287.
Majority of us went to school. It's around the national schools. When I was at the secondary school, my class had 312 students. When we went to university, so many students were there that I don't want now to mention the numbers. But at the end of it, when I evaluate right from primary, secondary, and university, Not everybody has got a job. Is it possible? Why is it that some few got jobs and others didn't get, even some who are more brilliant than others didn't get discipline, being disciplined? Point number 2. You must have an inner drive for you to realize what you want in life. You must have an inner drive for you to realize whatever you need in life. We've been spoken to tukaambiwa about attitude, hesabu sio ngumu, all these things, but how does it become easy? Let me ask you a question here, a small one, 7 on 10. You come from the school. Try to project your voice. More louder. I know you can talk much louder than that. You are in which form? Form 4. Great. Thank you. Now, my friend, which is your team? Which team are you supporting? Tell us. Thank you so much. Your name is? Now tell me. Number 7 on Chelsea. If you are not done, please, why do you intervene? Discipline. Hello? You're not sure? Okay, thank you. Number 1, Chelsea. Man, you know his fullness? Oh, you don't know his fullness. Which is your most favorite subject? You know what? I want you to learn out of this. Which is your most favorite subject? Physics. Which subject you don't like at all? Thank you so much. Because you are sincere. I'm giving you pocket money. Now, colleagues, there's something I want to learn from this. Imagine Aaron has been in school from Form 1 to Form 4, and Munga, the players were just like you never see the shit. Why? I think it's unfortunate that I picked him because there are people here we could pick and kuambia from number 1 mpaka myself na mpaka even their pay. Lakini ukimuuliza what is a mitochondrion, that person cannot say it. Why? The inner drive. What do you want in life? What are you focusing on? Very critical. If it's mathematics and that is your most difficult subject, give it your most favorable time when you read and comprehend and understand everything. And that is the time you should embark on mathematics. And it becomes your most favorite subject as well. There's nothing difficult. Ni nani hapa walisaliwa chini ya miezi 9? Hiyo basi, kama walisaliwa chini ya miezi 9, uliwekwa ndani ya sijui wapi na unafaulu na kuandaa vitu vizuri. So what makes you an academic God in the subject as a subject you are? Why now watu wenye wako maishani wanapitia wapi? It is the same procedure. It's only to take your attitude. It's only to love and have that self-drive. Finally, I'm left with 2 minutes. Finally, it has been mentioned, but I want to repeat this. For you to stand ahead of the rest, for you to stand distinct, you need to have nothing other than confidence. Face everything with a lot of confidence. The rest of the things will follow you from behind. Tunasikizana ndugu zangu. Confidence is very, very critical. Hakuna kitu ngumu. And that is why I say, if it's mathematics, give it your most valuable and favorable time ya kusoma. Hakuna kitu ambayo itakushinda. Tunasikilizana ndugu zangu. Even when you're looking for a job, those ones that I know there are people here who have finished their job. I know there are people here who are basically working to select their courses, and we are going to have one of the speakers come in. Nataka nitumie hii. Thank you so much. Though you can use it for me. Imekatika bado. Sorry. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I believe none of us made some bit of money. Okay, now, in life, for you to be disciplined, for you to make it ahead of the rest, you need to be confident. And when you face anything with a lot of confidence, there is nothing that will be. I simply say this, and I keep on repeating the same. The moment you know what you need, work so hard towards achieving that particular thing, the entire universe will pay to uplift you to realize whatever you do. So, please, I appeal and request each and every one of us. If it is a given subject, approach it with a lot of confidence. If you are going to choose your course for the university, please approach that with a lot of confidence. Usiacha kutetemeka, hakuna kitu ngumu, you can get whatever. I wish I had a lot of time. We could have shared a lot, and I know I have a big team here that came from JKY. Thank you so much for the organizers for giving us an opportunity from JKY. Usually we work with different institutions in mentoring the students and guiding them in making choices of their career, as well as guiding them in how they can approach life in different ways. So we have a big team. I believe we are going to get a chance so that our team can be introduced to you, and at the same time we can share some of the activities that we do at our campus in PC and the time that you can come for further consultations. May God bless everyone, and let's face life with a lot of confidence. Nothing is impossible.
Wonderful presentation. At this point, we are going to take questions for two panelists. Then we shall move to the next panelist, who happens to be Cooks. So if you have questions from the two presenters, then you can ask. Let's be stewards of time. If you have a question, raise your hand, then you will be given the chance to speak. The hand at the back.
I'd like to ask Mr. Dr. Ogwoka, can overconfidence lead somebody to failure?
Thank you for that. You can know that. Another question. Students, this is your session to ask the questions.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. I'm going to ask our guest who has just given us the point under maths, that maths is the actual key to our courses. And this maybe at one time you'll find that according to the examinations, this may lead one who is actually maybe a chopper, and look at that time. And this will make her or him to come back again in school to study. What can we give this person so that kumbuka ni hesabu pekee imemwangusha na asipate course? What can we give her or what can we say about that?
Thank you for that. Another question? Kuna swali hapa?
Mimi nauliza kwa hiyo mathematics kama umefanya maybe KCSE but umepita hizo subject zingine zote but umeanguka in mathematics, unaweza enda campus usome mathematics as a course.
Thank you. Another? Your name, and then you post your question kindly.
Ako sawa.
Good afternoon. My name is Anke. I have a question. For example, during an interview, there are two people. One who is untidy, he has shaggy hairs, but he has more concept than the other person who is smart. And what will make this other person who is smart but having little concept have the opportunity for the job? Thank you.
Yes, that is personal branding.
I'm Festus from Mabuko. My question goes is, during mathematics exam,
I think we have taken enough questions. Maybe the last one.
When you work hard and hard and start something, the starting will make
You have not yet done the questions. Let us observe silence so that we can answer your questions one by one. Yes, can we start with you like that? Welcome.
Thank you. I write very fast because math has been touched. There was the first one, that you're doing very well in all the other subjects except what makes you do well in the other subjects? So we are thinking that what makes you do well in the other subjects? What is it? The passion. What made you have passion for the other subjects? Yes? Attitude. What made you have the attitude, the positive attitude in the other subjects? You know, we are trying to get a solution. Now, people tend to do well in things that they love. People tend to perform well in subjects that they love. This thing called attitude, the way you view the math or another subject. I also had a chemistry. If you think that coming to Masimba Hall is not possible, will you arrive there? But if you say tomorrow, the 2nd of June, we are going to Masimba Hall for this career expose, do you think you can make it? What is that? It's the attitude that as the man you have the what? The passion. Now, what makes man to be hard? Let me ask. What makes man to be hard? Is the way we have been meant to think. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, those who are joining college, when you be coming to either the tertiary institution or university, you'll find one of the requirements or one of the basic courses you must do has math, is math. And there is a pass mark. Funny enough, the same person who used to say secondary math is very hard is one of those who does very well in mathematics. What does that mean? The attitude has changed. If somebody came with a gun and told you it's either you pass this month or you solve the bullet, what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen? You will simply do the math. You will say, if my life depends on this, I have to do this. So you just do it. So if you want to do math, don't listen to the negative voices. Listen to the positive voices. This is where this thing called practice makes perfect works. You heard Dr. Kibo say, give the math your most valuable time. So take your time. As you behold, you become. Whatever you take up enough time beholding or doing is what you become. If, for example, I know I use a very bad example, let me use it again. If you are given permission to abuse people in the community for the next 21 days, you'll be the best person in abusing them. You will give it 21 days. But again, if you took time, 21 days, you say mathematics can be done. I can do it. It's possible. It will be done. So you need to have the passion. You need to change your attitude if you are failing in mathematics. Can one join university to do math that he has failed? I don't know whether I got the question right. You cannot join any college or university to do a course in the subject you fail at KCSE level. Does not happen. Does not happen. So you will not do the maths if you fail in that math.
I think that is maybe subject enhancement.
Yes.
Maybe preaching or subject enhancement. Maybe you can answer that right.
In our university, we used to offer courses for 3 months for those who fail math and then they want to do the math. But currently, we do not offer. I don't want to talk for JQuad. Maybe they'll answer that. But currently, this university does not offer that. That is why we have come to tell you, do it now before you come. Because the opportunities are very limited. Otherwise, even when you do the preaching, the kind of course that you want to take may not be the one you really want to do. So, the basic requirement in most of the courses is the math. And maybe the other thing that made it to have an advantage in math is the way as teachers used to come to class. Those days, not now. I want to thank the current math teachers. This morning when I was dressing, I dressed intentionally to go and tell the students that math teachers don't come with a shirt. I have the buttons are not on. Because that scares what? The students, they think the subject is very hard. The tension that you have in the exam room during a math, is it math only? Hey, are you sure it's math only? By the way, in any exam, some level of tension is allowed. It's normal. The one that is not allowed is the one that is beyond average. Some tension is normal, but learn to do what? To control or to manage the tension. So some tension is allowed. The tension again may come if you are ill prepared. So prepare well for the exam. Don't transnight that the previous night before the exam day. Don't transnight. You'll come there and your mind will be off. Prepare in advance. Prepare to do an exam in 1 month. An exam that you are supposed to prepare for the last 4 years. So in advance, so that by the time it comes to exam time, you are simply ready for that exam and the tension will be very minimal. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you for that. Let's appreciate Dr. Maybe some questions that are unanswered. Dr. Ogwoka from JQuad with the answer. Okay, some 2 minutes.
Thank you so much. Probably my question was one from the other end, overconfidence. You know, ukipewa nguashe upewe sahani moja, alafu hiyo sahani usipime size ya tumbo yako, ukule mpaka umalize, wewe unakuja finish without knowing the size of your stomach. So utakuwa na shida. Which way are you getting my point? So everything in life it should be moderated. Simple question. Simple answer. Everything should be.
Excuse me. Water, kindly. Pause it to a little. Pause it in a little. Pause it kindly. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. So colleagues, everything that you do in life must be well moderated. Yeah, it should be well moderated. Don't be overconfident. Actually, it so happens when you become overconfident and you don't tackle or take your time. I remember, and I could reduce this one as an example. My son, question number 17. My class 8, question number 17, used to be very good in mathematics when I was in primary. That question number 17, I remember the answer was C. I chose the answer that was A. And the problem was being overconfident. Finally, I'm the one who topped in my class. But I regret up to now, it is now almost 30 years down the line. I remember the question, I remember the number it was, I remember the answers. Because of overconfidence. I looked at the question, I said, this one I don't need to waste my time. The answer is straight. It was talking about the radius passes the diameter. Oh, sorry, the circumference. So I made that kind of mistake. So it's important to have it moderated. If you cannot moderate your confidence, if you cannot moderate anything, then you will get yourself into problems. That is the answer, my friend, and I believe you got it all.
Thank you, Dr. Allow me now and invite our sister Sheila to introduce our next panelist, who happens to be host.
I hope you are enjoying the session. The good thing about life is that we are the author of our own stories. So let's begin. The next speaker, is it the next speaker or the next congregation? Go sit down.
Good morning. The office of the Nyaribari Masaba constituency, all the professional scholars that have come here today, students, teachers, and even the Form 4 leavers. And if we have any parents, good afternoon. I think it's afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Okay, my name is Angeline Nyakundi from the KUCCPS organization, that is the Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service. Students mostly term it as PUSIS, wengine wanaita PUS. But sisi kama organization, we call it PUS. Sawa sawa. I'll just request the guest, the event coordinator and the programmer to allow me have 10 minutes, because for all the guest speakers who've spoken and for the ones who are coming after me, I think COOPS comes in immediately after Form 4, transitioning to colleges and universities. So we have two audiences in the room. We have students still in high school, and we have Form 4 leavers. Allow me to talk to Form 4 leavers for 2 minutes. To secondary school students for 2 minutes, and then I come to Form 4 leavers, and then I know after this, especially for Form 4 leavers, I'll engage you more, because we have application closing next week on Wednesday, and some of you have not applied or you've not made best career choices. Sawa. So to the students in the room, the ones in uniform, I'll just like to brainstorm all that has been said about attitude, character, having confidence. All this is summed up to building your career. Sindio? So when you're building your career, we look at 5 components of a career plan. And what is the first component of a career plan? When you're in Form 1, when you are back in Class 4 in primary school, and even right now maybe you're in Form 4, preparing to sit for your examination. The first component of a career plan is self-awareness. You ask yourself the question, who are you? And you don't just say, my name is Angeline, and that is it. Inside that question is where now we have your abilities, your talents, your skills, what are your values. Sawa. The second component of a career plan that you're building in school is the SWOT analysis. When you look at the SWOT analysis in full, it's the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Sawa. So many of you have raised a question about mathematics, and just to remind all students in the room, whether finished Form 4 or in high school, the professor said it right. Work smart right now, because currently so many students are missing on very good courses because of very poor grades in mathematics, and bridging was scrapped off. So how to find an opportunity at you go 3 months to bridge your grade? We use strictly the KCSE results. Hakuna ati kuna hii nilifanya bridging. So make sure you work very well and very smart in mathematics. Push yourself harder. Sawa. So when you look at the SWOT analysis, know your strength. Someone said he is good in physics and he doesn't like chemistry. Physics and chemistry are related. So it is good to also evaluate yourself on the strengths and the weaknesses. Look at the opportunities coming along your career plan and the threats affecting it. For example, right now we have CBC with teachers. I'm a trained teacher, but when I did my education, I didn't do training in CBC. So know about the current opportunities coming up. We have cancer, a very serious menace in the society. We have oncologists coming along. That is the field of medicine. Maybe 10 years ago we didn't have oncologists. Sawa. Another component of a career plan that we are going to look at is the objectives. And your objectives have to be SMART. Do you know the full meaning of SMART? Yeah, we have specific, measurable, aims for, achievable, and realistic, and time-bound. Sawa. You can't just, the way Professor said, you can't just in one month to exams, you have been scoring maybe a very poor grade in mathematics and you just expect to get an A. So those objectives have to be time-bound. Plan your objectives very, very well. And then we have the actions or strategies. What is your plan? Sawa. Yes. Alafu, after all this, try to understand about the subject grouping. For example, you get students who want to do engineering. That is when we have the Kenya National Library Bureau around today, Literature Bureau, around today. We have the Essential Career Guide by KUCCPS that has all the programs in it and the different minimum subject requirements. Sawa. More need to perform in mathematics, because in education, you must have done mathematics and passed in mathematics. Sawa. If you're doing ICT, you must have passed in your mathematics. If you want to do law, you must read those set books. You must have very good English or Kiswahili to convince the court that this person has not done this thing. Sawa. So that is just for those high school students. brainstorm on that. I know it will be of great help to you. So back to Form 4 leavers. Can I see you by hands? Form 4 leavers in the room. How many have applied for COOPS place? Can you apply? I can see one hand. How many have not applied? You know, we opened the portal on 17th of May, and we are closing it on Wednesday, the 7th. That is 3 weeks. I don't know if you're shy to raise your hands, but it's a concern to me because it's like people are not taking up government opportunities and using them or utilizing them. How many students have not applied? Mkiona hapo nje tafadhali, I scored this grade because I was hearing you coming in. I was from this school. To some schools I've gone personally and did career guidance advisory services. So tafadhali, see me when you have the breaks and let me guide you on application. Make use of that opportunity. We have grade A to C+ applying for university placement. And with the new funding model, we don't fund private universities. So when you're making that choice, you will see on the portal every information, even the program course. And then for those students who missed out on scoring a C+ and above, it is not the end of the road. We have TVETs, and the current president is so much aligned to TVETs. So tafadhali, we have the KC National Polytechnics, we have Kabeto, we have all the way to Mombasa. All the national polytechnics, we have technical training institutes, we have teachers training colleges and vocational centers. So for grade C and C-, you will be able to apply for diploma. And then we have grade D+, and D-, you will be able to apply for certificate courses. And then we have grade D-, E, and even the class 8 dropouts. They're even better than this. They also have the artisan and craft courses. Sasa kila mtu ameshughulikiwa. Tafadhali, don't lose hope. Usiseme mimi nilipata hii grade nitafanya nini. Ama you have a very good grade and you're thinking about funding. Just apply. The funding will come along. Sawa. Otherwise, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to many schools that I've been to offer career guidance services and also to help in center application. Asanteni sana. For those teachers who came with the students, na sijawahi kuja kwa shule mingi from the list, kindly I'll request the teachers to take my number. Kindly to take my number. And in case you need COOPS services are very free, you don't pay for any consultation services, and then I'll gladly come and help the students build their careers. So my number for the teachers is 0721 855 742. Asanteni sana, and if you have any question, you can bring it aboard.
Thank you very much, Ms. Angeli, for that wonderful presentation. Any question on that? Any question on the applications, the courses? Then you can ask. Also, if you have a question for our chief guest, you can ask. He cuts across. So you can ask any question regarding education and the career that you will be able to answer. Any question?
Good morning. Good evening. Afternoon. Madam, you have talked about the SWOT analysis. Strength, weaknesses. Lakini kwa nashangalia weakness. Tuseme kile para kuwa software engineer. Sasa mwalimu akikuja class nimekusaidia na computer. Sasa tunaendelea software engineer. Sasa mwalimu akema akikuja, shida yangu ni branded na real life. Sasa wanashangaa, mimi kama software engineer. Hii soja my drop na XCL itasaidia wapi?
Thank you for that. Any question again? Any other question? Any other question? Yes.
I'm Veronica. I'm a former leader. As for me, I qualified to join university with a degree, but my passion is I want to join chemistry. And that is applicable and accepted.
Thank you for that. You will be answered. Next. Any question before this application using the course? What you need to apply for the course? Any question? Our Deputy President, you can give us the questions you have. Sorry?
I have a question too.
Sorry for that.
I have a question too.
Sorry, excuse?
Good afternoon. My name is Mother Boys. I'm asking on behalf of maybe those students who performed well and proceeded to university. This new model, I don't know whether it's me alone who have not understood it fully. Could you maybe please explain this new funding model for the university?
Question on the funding model, the new funding model. Any question? Yes,
Okay, I have a question too concerning transfer of university. That is after we've applied for university. And for example, I don't want this university that I've been called to, and I want to transfer. What will happen? And another one is about post transfer. I'm called a teacher. I don't want to be a teacher. What will happen to my transfer? The next question goes to engineer. Up here. We were talking about IT and we were told more about technology. But there's a problem somewhere. When we talk about technology, tumekuwa lazy sana. We can do nothing, completely nothing. Sometimes tunategemea simu too much mpaka ile kitu haiko, even to the small kids. Is there a way that you can regulate this technology? Or when we check on the university, or not even the university, on our WhatsApp, we have ChatGPT. I don't know whether you've seen that. And it brings every answer that you Google. For example, I'm seated in an exam room. I just take a screenshot and it brings me answers. The links are not set for these exams. What can you do with that? Thank you.
Question?
Thank you for the chance. I'm speaking on behalf of anyone not in this room. And my concern goes straight to the model. He read my mind that I want to insist on how do we know the categories so that they are not abused. How do we tell this is the most needy, this is extremely needy? Which criteria do you use to allocate or get the funding done? Thank you.
Thank you for that, brother. These questions will be answered by the presenters from books and our chief guest and also our panelists. If you feel that the question has not been answered or you have an additional information on the same, then we will give you some opportunity to do that. Yes, sir.
There is a question about KMTC. KUPS is under the Ministry of Education, and KMTC is under the Ministry of Health. So for any student who wants to apply to KMTC, you go to their website online and you submit your application via their portal. We don't help students navigate to KMTC. Sawa sawa? Yes. There is a question on inter-institution transfers and inter-faculty transfers. Yes, we do have a chance for students who have applied and have been placed in institutions, maybe because of financial challenges, medical issues, or any other reasons. They wish to transfer, for example, from Masai Mara University to KC University. We do have a window. For now, we have applications going on, then we have placements. After that, we will open the portal in August from 14th to 31st for all transfers. From even the previous years, if you were placed in 2021, you can still apply for a transfer. And also point to note, even if you finished even go home and tell them, even if you finished your home for the previous years and you've never benefited from the government funding when it comes to higher levels of learning, encourage them to apply. There is a question on interfaculty transfer. Interfaculty, I mean, you have been placed in Kenyatta University to pursue education, but you want to pursue law. So, if you want to do the interfaculty transfer, then the powers are given within the institution. You can move from one faculty or one school within the institution to the other. But if you want to move to another institution, then that is inter-institution transfers, and all these are possible. But for interfaculty transfer, it is done upon reporting or being admitted to an institution. Utenda pale uambie registrar, I'm a head of admission, mimi niliitwa hii course, but I want to do this other course. They will check your requirements, their requirements, and if you qualify, you're good to go. There is a question on how will failing in one subject affect software engineer. Yeye anapenda mambo ya na mambo engineering, but chemistry hashiki. The friends are like, how will you do it? So I want to encourage you this. Make use of this essential career guide. Itakuelekeza kujua the core subjects in every program. Sawa. Sometimes unaweza fikiria chemistry is not so important, but utapata it is there. When you finish Form 4 you're applying, you can't submit your choices because you didn't do a subject that is a minimum requirement. And also, it is just 4 years, it's a season, just work smart, work hard, get those good grades. After kujipea limits, stop limiting yourself. I can't do this, it's not a must. Stop limiting yourself, just work smart. And finally, an issue that has brought a lot of confusion and anxiety from parents and even students is the new funding model by the current government. For the first time, we are having program costs on the portal. Na mzazi anakuja hata kwa ofisi anasema hiyo pesa mimi siwezi. We have programs like medicine and surgery going up to 600,000 per year. We have programs in engineering going up to 300-400K. But what does the government mean by the new funding model? It will be given to students in 4 categories, from the most needy to the less needy. And right now, unlike before, by applying through hoops, you are automatically funded by the government. This time, after application, and you have been placed, then you will apply to the University Funding Board. They are the people who will determine. Depending on your application, They will determine your need basis, and then you can be in category 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sawa. So funding, it is upon the university funding board, and it comes after placement.
Thank you. Our chief guest, you can answer some questions that have not been answered.
Good afternoon. There's a student who asked about how is software engineering. Maybe you want to do software engineering, and then there is chemistry aspect, right? You know, because we are in, technology is taking over. And here, we have 5 aspects of technology which is driving the future of technology. First is the artificial intelligence. Second one is cyber security. Third one is quantum computing. So I'll use quantum computing to answer you. You are doing software engineering. And software engineering, the way it was used to be done is for you to command the computer to give the result. You will tell computer, give me, I want to compute 1 + 1, give me the answer. Right? And it will give you. Where we are today, we want the computer to think like us. So now when you are doing software engineering, it will not be all about the programming, but how can we create artificial intelligence? Through that, the quantum computing, we want to create supersonic drugs, right? To cure cancer. See, we will go back to the chemist to see how I'll compute the chemicals so that I can get the right drug to administer or to invent this particular drug so that it can help a patient somewhere. Again, it will help you to create a superhuman capability that will use that drug which you have invented through your innovation to try and see the results at the end of the day. Are you answered? Are you answered? So these subjects, they go hand in hand. Even if you want to become a pilot, lazima ujue kuna geography hapo, English itakuwa hapo, physics itakuwa hapo, hesabu itakuwa hapo. Sasa kuna kitu we dwell on the advantages of the technology. It is all who abuses the technology now, the misuse of the technology. My sister here had asked about we can be able to control the use of technology, because now with the technology, computers, internet, you'll get all the answers you have. And she talked about there is artificial intelligence messaging platform that is called ChatGPT, where you can be able to query, then it will give you the answer. And I know the professor here, when they are marking exams, you know, there are no money systems in place to mark exams. Once you have written your thesis, I'll subject it to a system which will automatically tell me whatever content you pull from the chat, GPI, or any other material. Because we are allowed, when you are doing, maybe you are answering or doing your report or doing the thesis, you are allowed to do reference to a certain author or certain professor who did that. But you are not supposed to take the whole content. You must come with your own context and put it. So with the technology, it is us who are using it. And now, to what advantage, to what extent should we use the technology? Because I cannot say technology is there to solve everything. It is you to tell the technology to help you solve the current problems you are undergoing. Right? Asanteni sana.
The question is exhausted. Let us appreciate our panelists. Thank you. In our midst, we have the directors of county, the director of education in our sub-county, Mr. Sangaka. I think we shall welcome you later so that we can give your address. Meanwhile, our panelists, if give us 1 minute.
Thank you. Just 1 minute. Technology has come the same way you are allowed to use a calculator. For example, do you think the calculator can help you if you don't have an idea of what you want from that calculator? That's what technology has come to do. Now, there are things that used to be done by human beings, and like I said, you are multiplying 6 times 30, 6 times 5 to give us 30. That can be done by the calculator now. We will ask you to come up with an idea before you come to us, the calculator, what is 6 times 30. The same way, as you come up, you are going to be asked to develop an idea and be able to defend that idea. The technology will assist you in the process of that development, but it will not assist you in your thinking, developing the idea in your mind. So technology can assist you, but it's you to come up with the idea so that this technology can be able to model that idea that you have in your mind. Thank you.
Let us appreciate our panelists. At this time, allow me to introduce our welcome our sister Sheila to give his concluding remarks.
Okay, so as we have our goods as we almost have our goods during the first session, I want to take this opportunity to thank the speakers. All this is making us to realize our purpose in life and live it as soon as possible. So thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for that. We are setting our foundation for career guidance in the Busi land. So this is our first meeting as Busi Youth Movement in conjunction with the office of the MP, Yaribari Masaba. So we have a lot of resources, as you can see, but the summits, there's the Mekosa. So going forward, later our panelists, we shall give you maybe the whole day, you give your guidance in totality. I have been your moderator, Dixon Mangomo, and I happen to be the co-deputy president of the Busi Youth Movement. At this point, allow me hand the mic back to our chief moderator, who happens to be our president.
Thank you so much. That has been a wonderful session, and we think that you've learned. Have you? Umesoma kitu? Now, permit me to recognize the presence of the following schools: Nyamagesa, Chibobi, Sasati, Moigesusu, Moremani, Gesabagwa, Yuri, Yabigutu, St. James, St. Cecilia, Amabuko, Gekonge, Hema Secondary, Nyanturago, St. Peter's, Getare Girls, Musa Nyandusi, Mobamba, Masimba, Amasege, Mogweko, Ichuni, and I know other schools are going. I'm yet to bring the list, and I will recognize you shortly. We also have representatives from the Kenya Youth Organization. I'll give you some time towards the evening so that you can maybe say hello. We have been joined by Madam Principal Marceline Kwamboko Gechi, Principal St. Linus State Girls School. Feel so welcome, Madam Principal. And we have also been joined by Mr. Justice Mokara Temo, who has come all the way from Nairobi this morning, one of the directors of one of the most leading organizations in East Africa, Zesha Plus organization. Now, at this juncture, dear guests, I've also meant to understand that we've also been joined by Principal Enosh Nyanumba. Now, at this juncture, here is our distinguished guests. Young ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, permit me to welcome the personal assistant, the Member of Parliament for Nyaribari Masaba, Dr. Daniel Manduku, to invite the Sub-County Director of Education, that's Masaba South, Sub-Director David Sangaka. Welcome.
Thank you, Kevin, for this opportunity. I want to recognize every individual who have attended this meeting, na tuna furaha sana. Natumai kwamba we are gaining something, sio? Wanafunzi tunapata kitu. For 4 leaders, are you guided properly? That is great. Our principals are among us. Tuna washukuru sana. I was given a very simple task to welcome the Director of Education, Mr. Sandaka, aweze kuja, aweze kunena na sisi kwa sababu eneo hili ni lake kwa minajili ya masomo na kile ambacho tunafanya. Thank you, Bwana Sandaka. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. My dear colleagues, organizers of this workshop, conference, and our students. I'm Jabo Kena. Are you happy? I want to see smiling faces. Are you happy? Okay. Now, let me first and foremost take this time to thank the organizers of this session very much. Can we clap for them? Good. I'm not that type to really interact with you. I'm arrived from a meeting in Kisi, and I say, no, I must be counted. Now, my concern, as I partner with everybody in education, is after school what? That has been my big question. Members of the education, I've been asking, we do this, but what normally happens after school? Because going to university is not enough. No, going to university is not enough. So, I have just been looking at our analysis. Last year, Masaba South presented close to 5,200 candidates to Kenya National Exam Council. Out of that, for the first time, we are at good improvement. Close to 42% of our candidates met university. That is C+ and above. Around 37 got good grades, average grades, that could enable them get diploma or certificate. Around 10% and be able to do other certificates. So we didn't have an certificate, by the way. So one of the challenges we have now is that we have several graduates who have exceeded from high school, and they just go join border business, or they just bring at home. After a while, unapata wazazi wameretire. So we join the rest of the parents in asking parents, give me this, give me this, give me this. And indeed, education, as we normally say, is to assist you or individuals escape from poverty. So after school, you are supposed to sit down and know what you are going to do. So I want to encourage our secondary schools, whether in Masaba or in the diaspora, can we make our guidance and counseling departments, the careers department, more functional, so that after school, you don't even forget your school. You go to the school library and see which career options can you take. Unanielewa? Usimalize shule na uende ukae nyumbani. Just go back and ask your career master what you can be able to do. And our education system, whether they now 844 which we are facing OCPs, is to train students, get meaningful skills. Now we don't have failures. Sawa. Even if you got E, you are not a failure in an education system. And I must make that one very clear. There is something you have run after the 4 years that can enable you to get a revenue. I mean, I happen to come from Kisi, most of you. And I have never seen any region in Kisi where we add fertilizer to our banana. Huh? So I want you to think forward. After Form 4, it's a big crime to ask your parents, by the time you exit from school, you should know which career option you can take. Many times we have students who are taking Bachelor of Arts, Political Science, Bachelor of Science, Chemistry, and you go to university, you even don't know what you can do other than we are saying that after school, you should be able to know your career option. Explore it. Many times we have asked, but those who join debate institutions, for instance, plumbing can be a good option. We have the plumbers now. My dear colleagues on the IT tables, we have plumbers, qualified plumbers. We don't have them. What we have is shorty, what do I call it? Real plumbers in Kenya Water, from Kenya Water Institute or from reputable institutions, they're not there. And if you are a qualified plumber with a D minus, you can earn more than 100,000 per month. Yes. Look at the careers in hair design and all those. You can earn a lot of money by training in hair design. I've seen somebody with a D plus join. You get a diploma from City Hills, then you proceed to be a qualified teacher or instructor from Kenya Teachers College. So these are the things that you should expose yourself. And I want to, my colleague here, I think I also request my member of parliament, Dr. Manduku, can we start sort of a community library? Because these students, just as the Bible tells us, my people, I don't know, because of what? Yes. We are very good students, but there's no connection between the school and the world of work. So I'm reading that. Whereas we have initiated this, can we start a community library, even a type 2 CDM office, where we can now even my government, those adverts, those other whatever that are posted, and then we communicate to our students. Because after school, they go home. Now most of our homes are not the same. The social media that our young ones, our youth engage, that cannot assist. Someone has asked about please, those movements are too much. What we are saying is, to CDF, I'm appealing, if you want to assist our students, tafuta community library, na kuweka gazeti, adverts, kila kitu, so that our students can be able to see what is happening. Two, someone has asked something, the role of technology. Technology only accelerates the rate at which services are offered. It depends on the user. For instance, the government, We have e-government services. You want to register students, there are 1,000, then you use technology. It accelerates the rate at which we offer services. It makes work easier. But of course, technology will depend on who is the user. For instance, you normally see naked images. Yeah, they are there, but they don't add you value. So I want to encourage you. These efforts, I want to encourage that even family, we can meet our school graduates, orient them. With us today, I think it's good we know the reality of unemployment. We have very many university graduates who are out there. And they should even, we should also target them. We haven't met most of them. So, I want to encourage the efforts being done. And I also want to say, schools have guidance and counseling. We also have life skills education in our schools. So I'm appealing to the Heads Association, our teachers. We have a syllabus for life skills. Form 1, implemented from Form 1 up to Form 4, and also for primary. Please, and also for junior secondary. Please, my dear professionals, the principals who are here, get to know the topics in these life skills. Please insist that we activate our life skills departments, our life skills curriculum, teaching and learning of life skills in school. By and large, when we have said all this, the world of work wants a person who, one, has 5 U's. And the reality is, even after graduating from university, there are key skills that you need. We should be aware of the 21st century skills. Skills based on innovation, skills based on ICT, empathy, learning to learn, always. Finally, we should have more soft skills. We should be able to be of value to the community. In CPC, we are now offering community service education. And I could just encourage the young graduates that wherever you come from, usiende ukae nyumbani, be of service to your local curriculum in this. We have full potential. And we are saying, as a Minister of Education, we are encouraging even those who are finished. Ikiwa hujapewa huduma kwa zones, education officer, really education officer. Demand you see the officers and ask, I have this type of grade. What else can I do? Go back to your head teacher, career master. What can I do? So since the time COOPS opened the portal, I've earned about 30 graduates choose career. Please keep in touch with your head teacher even after school. Sawa. Get to know the phone of your former principal, the name, the contacts of your deputy, or the contacts of the careers master. We are run away from use of drugs because hautapewa tournament. Join sports activities in your local region. Join the local church. Can you serve it if you have been given a talent? And those who are ongoing, we want honest boys and girls. Kama unafanya internal exam, don't cheat because you are cheating yourself. Finally, may God bless you. We'll talk and talk, but may God bless you. And my plea is, can we have such a conversations more often? I suppose I propose once per term, 3 years per year. And I think this is an organization of its kind. I have known this Madam Principal. I've known her all the way when she was She was in charge of careers at Gerard Girls High School. Can you clap for her at Gerard Girls High School? Yeah, she's a very serious lady. I know she has gone to Korea. Amekuwa mwalimu mkuu Korea. Sijui saa hii uko wapi. Get to know this. And my gorilla is here. Keroka Technical Chief Principal. Get to know. Get to know all this. May God bless you, and that is what I can say.
Tuweze kumshukuru director, tuweze kumshukuru vizuri. Hatujaweza kufanya vizuri, kwani ni njaa kweli. Wanasema kwamba
kama kusema hawezi soda, wako na soda kwa mkono, wako na mkate, lakini wameweza kupiga hiyo. Makofi 1, 2, 3. Ngine. Asante sana, shukrani sana.
Thank you. Wale ambao wanapeana soda na mkate, naomba kwamba muweze kufanya haraka sana. Kwa sababu ya muda tuliweza kuona kwamba hatuwezi kutoka nje, kisha tukaweza kurejea. Wale ambao wamesimama, naomba kwamba we reduce the number kwa kuweza kuondoka as I usher in another speaker. Hapa katikati na wangoja tuweze kuondoka kwa sababu naona kila mtu amepata soda. Tuweze kufanya kwa haraka sana. Tukiendelea kungoja wageni wetu na the chief principal ameweza kuingia, Aaron Mausa, Ogwoka Technical. Kwa hivyo kila mwanafunzi ambaye aliweza kumaliza shule, unaona mahala ambapo unastahili kujoin. Ogwoka Technical, it is a good institution among others. Kwa hivyo watakuwa na the opportunity to talk more and more. Kwa hivyo for the time being, we can have entertainment for 3 minutes. Watu wakimeza na kunywa kwa haraka sana. Ambaye ataweza kutangulia kuna zawadi.
Okay, shukrani sana bwana PA. Asante sana, kila mtu anaweza kupata kupunga unyunyu na kupata soda. Here we are trying to adjust our sugar levels in the body because they have gone long in order for us to combat the fatigue. That is my job. Alafu nataka kuangalia kidogo. In the house, tuko na msanii ambaye anafanya tena KUAT. Amekuja hapa mbele kama mwakilishi kutoka chuo kikuu cha KUAT. But akiwa hapa pia nije utakubali. Lakini kwa sababu ashakubali, ningeomba ile mic ya pili. Ile mic yangu ya pili. Okay, asante sana. Ningeomba mic ya pili. Asante sana. Shukrani sana. Sasa hili maneno yamekuwa serious. Ameongeza sukari kidogo, inaitwa 1%. Ukienda hapo hospitali kwa kitu inaitwa MS. Kuna kitu inaitwa dextrose 10%. Ama hata aliyokubeba kuzuranya ukili kwa kaya. Next kali ya bwana kile. Karibu sana, achie kibao DJ. Na ukipitia ile nguzo utasimama. Hii ndio wimbo tu ya FCA unaweza kidogo. Zingine zote za FCA tunalipa kama tumesimama chini.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa Nyakenyanya. Mheshimiwa Nyakenyanya is a friend of mine and is now ambushing me to see. Na nilikuwa nataka kunywa soda. My name is Mchiaka.
Kwa nini anafahamu hivyo? Opnalikuwa kwa nini ndio watu wa sawa gani? Mwanjele nini watu wa sawa gani na wote wamepigwa? Bas, kwa karibu.
So I'm here to represent JKUAT. But again, since he loves that song and he has requested that we sing, we will sing just a stanza ndio soda iteremke vizuri. Kwa hivyo DJ unaweza cheza
Wangabo Yusufu aka onyoyo mwabo. Mungu atende kyo. Ama atakuwa ndakole kanisa lose Mungu andelima matango. Unataka kanisa kweli? Kama watu wako na ngara pale ukona. Lakini niko na sawa tumwisa kidogo na kuna wale the students tafadhali simama mahali mliko. Wale mngeniletea majina. Those who presented their you come with your soda. Wale watano. Kuna yule jamaa alikuwa na poem, mwingine alikuwa na shairi, mwingine alikuwa na shairi stroke poem. Nisaidia hivyo ndio usi. Poem. Ndio. Okobeka kwa mtu. Poem. Sawa DJ. Asante sana kwa kukubali wito. Those students. Kuna msichana hapa aliniambia alikuwa na wimbo. Lakini wimbo unaweka one verse. Kama haina verse ni kama ile aprisa uozi kwa wala haikuishi ya Makenzi utakukatia. Ama namna gani? Akawa yule msichana. There was a daughter who was here. That daughter had the ability to sing in several languages.
Thank you.
I was okay.
Thank you Bwana Kenyanya, tunaweza kuchukua nafasi baadaye.
Okay, shukrani sana. Mtakuwa tayari. Umekuja ni wewe? Sawa. Tutaendelea na program, ukiendelea kunywa soda alafu tutakuwa na maji baadaye. Shukrani sana. Barikiwe. Asante.
Kwa wale ambao wanapeana soda, I think I'm giving you a minute so that you clear from the lens. Tutaendelea na hiyo kazi baadaye kwa sababu kila mtu amepata soda, maji tutapeana baadaye. Na wangoja Dido na ngoja kwamba tuweze kuacha kidogo kwa sababu kuna mgeni ambaye anataka aweze kuzungumza kisha aondoke kwa sababu ya muda. Aniruhusu tuweze kumkaribisha the chief principal kwa sababu tena ni mwalimu au ni mgeni mwalikwa, kwingine ndipo aweze kunena nasi, kisha baadaye ataweza kuondoka na aweze kutuachia mibaraka yake. Chief Principal Aaron Mausa, wakati ni wako, karibu sana. Thank you principal for coming.
Thank you so much, MC. Our EXPOSITION committee members were here. The distinguished guests who have been invited to facilitate this occasion. College principals, parents and students. Good afternoon. My name is Mausa. I come from one of the villages in this constituency, from the sides of the Susu Ward, near Ogwoka Manduku there. I would like to inform this very able student that at one time we were several years, 35 years, 30 years back, we were wearing the shorts from Form 1 to Form 4. Then we could wear what you are wearing now from Form 5 to Form 6. And I believe the long shirts or a blazer you are wearing and long clothes is equal to the task. What I want to say is that I'm very brief, I'll be very brief. I'm a chief guest at the Ogwoka Secondary School, where they are having Education Day. And I briefed several principals from this county and from your area. I'm traveling there. I only ask permission to say hi to you before I proceed. With me is Mr. Omeru. Mr. Omeru is the head of careers, guidance and counseling at the Ogwoka Technical Training Institute. He's supposed to talk more once I've left. 96. I believe young ladies and gentlemen are here. I will give you a very brief history.
Tafadhali kwa heshima kuu tunaomba mnyamaze muweze kusikiza. Tafadhali kwa heshima kuu. Haya.
During our time, the people who joined technical secondary schools and high schools, we are the best placed during our time. You, for example, you passed to Mawewe Technical, you are rated at 6 points. If you went to Kisumu Technical, you are rated at 6 points. Even here, I did not reach that level. I got time to go to a technical institute because I was relatively above average, but not that excellent. Why have I speak like that? There is a lot of literature passing around the youth that failures are the people who go to technical institutions. That's where there is a disconnect, particularly in this area. There's a serious disconnect where a youth once has passed an A and somebody has passed and has attained a B plus, the B plus people are condemned. But even if you did the university, let me tell you, there are those very high achievers and there are those very low achievers. For example, if you have 84 points, A, plain, and somebody with a C plus, these people are not going to join the same courses. And at the same time, in the grading, there is a grade from A to B minus to E. Those are all good grades. In the developed world, what matters to an individual is what the student wanted to do from the word go. You can get an A if you wanted to do medicine. If you didn't want to do medicine, somebody who had a people who wanted to do medicine from the word go can join there. And that's why we have a problem in Kenya. I want to appeal to that in Tibet, let me tell you, it is the place to be. I'm a graduate, of course, from the university. I have masters. I'm not going to PhD because I'm old. I cannot damage my head now. Isn't it? We let these people who are beautiful to damage their heads. But I want to tell you,
I am one of the very few men and women who have traveled widely across Europe and Asia in this constituency. And in those, for example, Canada, where I have a partnership, we're training our teachers there to come and train our youth, so that our youth can go to work in Canada because their populations are aging. If their populations are aging, they need you. Keroka is the place to be. Where do you want to be in Keroka? We have relatively a low population. We are not talking in terms of 10,000, 20,000. You can have an access to access your trainers, then you can get the knowledge directly. The interaction level is very high, and because we are living in secret, we are a set of excellence in building and civil engineering. We are equally very good in other areas. I'm only appealing to you. We have discussed with the LP. He gave us very good money for our students, last disbursement, and is willing to support those who are going to come. But what we need you to do, you can see my students who are talking in the midst, wale wa vijana wa Keroka, waja kujenga katikati hapa, nyamaza, musikie sisi wengine, because nyinyi mko huko, waja wengine wasikie. Nyinyi wote wale, I have talked the sub-county commissioner, the DCC, to facilitate through our able chiefs and sub-chiefs. We need a data of all students of this account first before we go the rest. Because our youth are being spoiled out there. Our youth are not doing now the right thing. Wanakunywa marijuana huko na vitu vingine, na hiyo ndio tunataka kuacha. Because I know my friends, in careers you need to segregate. Next time, careers in high school when we were there, zingine zinafanya form 2, isn't it? That form 2 is where a student is able to actualize and decide what that person wants to do. Form 3 and form 4, you already that's a decided person. But form 1 and 2, hata mimi niite, nikuje niongea nao vijana, so that they can understand exactly what to do. If it's a pure science, bring the best brains in that area. If it is law, bring the best brain in that area. If it is engineering, bring the best in that area, so that they talk these young guys and boys. And then at form 2, a person is supposed to take a decision that this is where I narrow my life to. And that's what we want to continue. I wish about to talk with them at the practice we talk those people who have passed examinations from A to the eminence, so that when we interact, we have an interwoven discourse and make them understand that we have champions now who get serious grades, they come to us. We have technicians whom we want now, even the villages, they are not there. But we have very many, lots of you who are there. So what I can require, really request, one PA, segregate careers. I can advise, and I'm Hon.Dr. the best way we can get these students in their own schools, so that the best people go there, they have a whole day, they talk to them, then now these students would really interact with these people. Then they choose the right path to go. Then another day, give us all of them. haikalipa ni baya sote. Karoka hizo kutubaye. Hii sote nitanulia hao vijana wote wakikuja hapa tuongee na hao ndio tuwasaidie. Because huko nchi nilienda kana nikapata entrepreneurs wa Kikuyu huko. Walikuwa wananiambia bwana principal, chief principal I was with money. Now the chief principal near National Polytechnic. They questioned us to come and tell us I a lot of money I got for training abroad. I come back so that I I need time with all I do in this constitution. And I'm saying the law is so the youth, the time with our youth, we share what we have seen out there so that they can develop appetite to come to our institutions, then they get employed. Hata leo kuna mama wamekuja wawili. I'll pay fees to about 2 youths, moja na msichana na mwingine akakuja, nilimlipia last time examination, nikapata kunipita, nikamwambia nitakuongezea tena mama, because mama ana bwana. So we sometimes support these youth, particularly from home here, who are really talented. Then our principals, there is one problem we have. Hawa watu ni maskini, wanakaa na fees paralysis. And I want to tell you a small item. Wewe akikuja na fees paralysis, toa photocopy ya ile result. Just right there is certified as to copy of the revenue. We will admit that person. Now, you don't need to give these people these certificates. But there is one thing I know, which I hope many of you don't know. Mimi nataka kama principal amekunyima certificate, wewe kuja tu na ile namba. Ile na mwaka ulifanya mtihani. I'm authorized to write the neck. They will give me a confidential sanction, which is supposed to be used by the college, who registered the mtihani, utaitumia, but you can't get it. It cannot get out of the book. Ndio tusaidia vijana ambao wana peace. I have assisted very many. And I was saying, ningeongea hapa jana kwa madaraka hili. Kwamba kama kuna mtoto na mzazi ana ako na peace paralysis, ninaandikia principal. Akikataa, mimi naandika kwa NEC. Na NEC inanitumia within a period of hours. Ni kurejeshe uendelee, ukiendelea kumaliza fees paralysis. And it is good we pay fees. But walimu principals kindly, how vijana wanaharibika because we don't assist. If we can assist them like that, then I believe we are not to be fair. Na wewe ukipata wale wako na shida, vile unaendelea, you have started well. Kama mimi nimeenda juu, majabu yalikuwa juu sana kwa mambo ya CDF. Na mmeenda tena degree high. That means our constituency is progressing. And our constituency is for our youth. Our future ni nini? Mimi 2 years hivi takuwa hapa chini. Mwingine alikuwa ananiambia kuja kule nisidi hii kitu kidogo. Sijui ndio ngara nyingi. Kama ni nani? MC. Waambia hata nikifika huko juu nenda nikutafuta yeye MCA. Sitakuwa nimeahidi kuhusu mshahara wangu ili nitakaya naye. Tulibie kadi bei kwa nini enda kupea watu. Sinienda kukula huko Mombasa.